from the KSIB News, and it's a brand new format made by the students for all the KSI community. My name is Luna Anderson, and as you can see, Year 8 is in charge. Here with me is Agustina Ugosoli.
Agostina, with a no.
With a no.
Agostina, yes. We'll have different country every time.
And our guest country is Japan.
We decided to get to know about different aspects of Japanese culture, such as their food and traditions.
Sushi, which by the way, I don't like. Sorry.
Nobody asked. We'll also learn about their everyday life. Do they care about earthquakes? How do they prepare for them? We might learn a thing or two for our country.
Just in case, and let's not forget about anime.
Or J-pop.
In our entertainment section.
But first, a message from our principal, Miss Claudia Ferrufino. Miss Claudia, you're our
KSIB Special Edition.
Hi, dear KSI community. I'm really happy and excited to let you know that our students from year 7 until year 11 are going to be helping us leading the KSIB News. This production is going to be about Japan. We're going to learn about the different countries we have students from. Please enjoy this production.
Thanks, Miss Claudia. Agostina, I'm starting to feel a bit hungry.
What do you feel like?
Well, Sammy has prepared a note for us on Japanese food. I heard you talk to Kiko.
Indeed.
And here, Samuel, we'll start our culture section. So Sammy, you're on.
Gracias, Luna. Hoy desde KSI les hablaré de las comidas de Japón. Entre ellas está el sushi, la tempura y el ramen. Y por supuesto no podemos dejar atrás yummy, los deliciosos postres como el tango. Ahora les dejo con Agostina, quien realizó una entrevista muy interesante. Bye.
Hello, and as you can see, I'm back and with questions. Here I am with Kiko Sato from Year 10 to make her some questions about Japanese food traditions. How are you, Kiko?
I'm good.
How long have you been here in Colombia?
About 9 months.
Oh, you're close to me here. Is Colombian culture different from Japanese?
Yes, I think. I think Japanese don't interrupt when someone's speaking, but here when someone's speaking, someone interrupt. It happens.
Yeah. Has it ever happened to you?
No.
Good. That's good. Is Colombian food good compared to Japanese food?
Yes, I like it. But to be honest, I like more than Japanese food.
Yeah. Today I'm gonna try ramen. So on Monday I'll tell you how does it taste. I understand you made a recipe for us. What did you and your mom cook?
We cook onigiri. It's a rice bowl with some stuff inside.
Good. Well, let's see the video.
First, cover with plastic wrap and sprinkle with a little salt. Spread a thin layer of rice on top of it. Put the ingredients on top of the rice and fold the plastic wrap so that the bottom rice covers it. Wrap the rice in both hands and shape it into a triangle. Open the plastic wrap and wrap the nori around the rice. Please try making it. ぜひ作ってみてください。
Luna, this recipe has made me hungry as well. It was a pleasure talking to you, and it was interesting talking about food traditions. Have a good day. Luna, back to you.
continue with our culture section. Daniela and Agustin have some interesting information about the tea ceremony, one of the most traditional customs that have survived the test of time.
Thank you, Luna. And now it's time for culture and traditions. In Japan, there's quite an amount of different traditions and milestones, such as New Year's Eve, this one that is a sort of coming of age ceremony, and this one that marks the end of winter. This one that is festivals to celebrate fertility, this one that is the famous doll festival, and lastly this one that is a week-long celebration to celebrate the equinox. But today my friend Daniela will focus on the famous tea ceremony. What can you tell us about it, Daniela?
Thank you, Agustin. I prepared a brief note on the tea ceremony that I hope you enjoy. Hi, I'm going to talk about the tea ceremony from Japan, also known as Chanoju or Sado. Japanese people really look forward to satisfy their guests in this ceremony. The hospitality and presentation is really important. They even prepare in a special room and floor called tatami. Now, I want to talk about the steps this ceremony requires. First is the invitations. The invitations need to be formal based on the aesthetic value and sent several weeks before the meeting. The ceremony room will be prepared and set according to the season and day of the ceremony. People can change the mats, change the kind of tools that are used, and in some cases just clean and make sure the tools are there. The invited guests will have to wait until the host invites them to a room. When they enter to the room, they'll have to take their shoes off and wash their hands as a symbol of purifying themselves. The host will make them sit down and some sweets might be offered at this time. Once the guests are adjusted, the host will bring the tea ceremony set and do a ritual of cleaning each tool, like the tea bowl and whisk. The host will prepare a thick matcha or koicha matcha on the bowl and it will be passed to the guest of honor to take a sip. He will clean it with a napkin and pass it to the next guest and so on until every guest gets to try the tea. At the end, it will be returned to the host. The host will prepare thin matcha tea or usuka matcha. Thin matcha tea has 1 tablespoon of matcha and 1 cup of hot water. Not like thick matcha that has 3 tablespoons of matcha and 1 cup of hot water. It will be mixed with the bamboo whisk and then served to the guest. When all guests taste the thin matcha, the host will have to clean the tools for a third time. It is common that people take time to appreciate the tools. Finally, when the ceremony ends, the host will go out of the room and dismiss every guest with a bow. And last but not least, this ceremony can last for about 4 hours. It depends on the season and the food they serve. Thank you. But this is not all. We're also going to talk about the
Alright, for the update section. Valentine's Day. Valentine's is a Western celebration, but have you ever thought of how is it celebrated in Japan? In Japan, Valentine's Day goes a little bit different. Men are usually expected to do very little in February 14th, and it is the women who are expected to be the principal gift giver, not just to the partner, but also to men with whom they share any kind of significant relationship with. Another big difference is the kind of gift given. White cards, flowers, jewelry, or expensive dinners are all considered fair game for Valentine's Day in many countries, but there is only one acceptable option in Japan. Lots and lots of chocolate. Now, let's talk about a shaky issue. Earthquakes. There have been a number of earthquakes and active volcanoes in Colombia during the last few weeks. On February 6th at 7:45 p.m., one took place not far from home. Its epicenter was in Pasca, Cundinamarca, and people in some city areas were shaken really hard. It was followed by another earthquake in La Mesa de los Santos at 9:56 p.m. Feeling an earthquake is rare to us, but in Japan, earthquakes are already part of people's everyday lives.
And that's precisely the name of our next section, Everyday Life. Get your breath, we don't want everybody to watch a joke.
Keep rolling.
Everyday life. Yep. Our next section, as you've just said, is about earthquakes. Did you know earthquakes in Japan are very common? I'm sure they have lots of security measures.
As people probably know, an earthquake is caused by the movement of tectonic plates. Several plates converge precisely below Japan. That's why it is a country prone to earthquakes.
Isabella did some research about that. Isa, you're on.
Hello everyone, you're right. Japan is one of the countries with the most seismic activity in the world because it is located in the Pacific Ring of Fire. Earthquakes of 9 degrees, tsunamis and typhoons. So, Kiko is going to tell us if our statements are right or wrong.
Is it true that every smartphone in Japan is installed with an earthquake and tsunami alert system? Do people in Japan wear kimonos every day? Are all buildings in Japan earthquake resistant? Is Godzilla the official mascot of Japan?
Now, on a happier note, Juli, you're on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello to all members of KSI community. I am Juliana and here I am with Kiko to ask her some questions. Hello Kiko, how are you today?
I'm good.
Okay, very good. And so, can you tell us a bit about the music in Japan, please?
Yes. In Japan, J-pop and K-pop are very popular.
Okay, and what type of music do you like, Kiko?
I like J-pop.
Okay, and so can you tell us about the entertainment for kids and teenagers of Japan?
Yes. I think YouTube, Netflix, TikTok, animes are very popular.
And what type of hobbies do you do? Like, what do you do?
I usually watch YouTube or listen music on YouTube.
Good. Now, I have been researching about this thing called the purikura. Could you talk about this?
Yes. Purikura is a photo booth that can take a picture like this.
Okay, very interesting. They look pretty. Thank you so much, Kiko. It has been a pleasure talking to you today. And so, should we get back to the studio? Or what's next?
Yeah. Yeah.
Us! Thanks for watching this special edition KSIB News.
Luna, we still need a name for this program.
You're right, I have an idea.
What?
Let's ask the audience.
That's right. Please help us find a name for this program. You can contact Mr. Diego Farieta or Mr. Alberto Olguin to share your ideas.
They'll be looking forward to hearing from you.
We also want to thank Kiko Sato from Year 10 for all her help, support, and patience.
Thanks, Kiko.
And this is the end.
Is it?
We'll meet again.